Hey guys, what's going on? And when I say guys, I literally mean guys. My analytics says that all my viewers are men. So that's kind of interesting. But anyway, let's do a recap. If you find this boring, just fast forward. I find it doing the recap kind of gives you the kind of like a mental bearing as far as where the teams stand, and it helps me. So but anyway, let's take a look at Sunday. Kia Tigers was our play, and nothing unusual happened. I think Landers almost made a late run, but for the most part, nothing surprising. It was easy win for the Tigers. KT Wiz completed a four-game sweep of the LG Twins. I don't remember if I was leaning KT Wiz or not. But good for them. So they have the momentum going into Tuesday. I think the only thing that surprised me, or that I called wrong, was the Lot Giants upsetting the Lions. Because what happened with that game? Let's take a look at a closer look. I think at one point the Lions were like leading 8-1. Or maybe I'm wrong on the. Well, I mean, looks like yeah, eight. Was it like 5-8? Samsung Lions in the eighth inning were leading 8-7. Looks like, and then in the ninth inning, the Giants just scored 4 runs to take the victory away from the Lions. I think this is only an upset that I just didn't see. I honestly thought the Lions would win by multiple runs, but I guess my read on that was totally off. So, but right, and then I think I was on the Bears. But I didn't think they were gonna win this big, like 10-3. I thought it'd be a closer game. But it looks like the Bears did early damage in the third with 4 runs. Dinos came back with a run in the fourth and another in the sixth. But the Bears added another one in the sixth and 4 in the seventh to just to overrun the Dinos. So yeah, and then the Heroes. Man, I really dislike tie games. Like, I don't understand why they would end a game in a tie. That really bugs me. I mean, for some reason, looks like took it to the 11th inning and they tied 9-9. I mean, like, whatever. I mean, I think I was leaning the Eagles, but Heroes, I guess, was it the Heroes? Let's see what happened. The Heroes were down early 8-1 and they against the Eagles, and they came back. They tied it in the seventh inning, 9-9, and I guess they refused to lose. So good for them, but they still suck though. I think they're like in the what last either yeah they're in last place. The only other worst team is the Landers. So let's take a look at the Heroes from Saturday. So Heroes won 4-2. So on Saturday, and then on Friday 7-6. Yeah, so they Thursday they really killed. So like with each game, the gap in scores gets closer. Like even though the Heroes won, it was like, and the runs got lower, and even though, I mean, I think the Heroes should have lost this game, even though they tied it. I don't think they're gonna win on Tuesday. So, but anyway, so let's take a look at today's schedule. Then see where we at. Dino. Okay, Bears at KT Wiz minus 165, considering how they were very successful against the Dinos. I can see why they're the favorite at minus 165. Let's take a look at the rankings to see where they are. Bears, huh, KT Wiz. Yeah. Honestly, I think in this one, if there's, I'm leaning KT Wiz. I don't know if this is gonna be the play of the day, but I think the upset is the dog here. I think the wrong team is favored. It's KT Wiz at home, and but we got to take a look at the pictures for that. But let's keep on going. Dinos at Twins. What happened to the Twins? Uh, I mean, I don't know if I like the Twins. This might be another upset, but the Dinos are not, obviously not as good as the Bears, so this might be a closer game. But take a look at what happens. Dinos. I mean, the Twins lost 4 games in a row to KT Wiz. I mean, maybe the books are thinking that they're going to bounce back at home, but the Dinos are very competitive. I think. Let's take a look at the Dinos. I know they lost, but was 10-3. It wasn't competitive. Yes, on Sunday, 12-9, 4-2. So 4-2, and then I mean, look at that Twins. So they lost 4-1. They got 1 run against the Wiz on Sunday, 2 runs on Saturday. I don't know if my motto leans to Twins, but I think I kind of disagree. All right, let's keep on going. So, all right. So, wow. I know the Lions lost to the Giants, but I think this is the correct, correct money line to minus 220. I mean, if you were going to play this, obviously you would take the run line. I mean, let's see what the Giants are compared to the Heroes. Well, I'm trying to figure out what happened in this Giants game. Maybe I'll have to take a closer look at this later, but I just don't think the Heroes. I mean, the Hanwha Eagles are not the Lions. I think they're gonna. I think Samsung's gonna win this, and probably even by the run line. We'll come back to this. I don't know. I mean, I don't think this is gonna be the play of the day because, like I said before, I'm not gonna play the run line, but I think the Lions are gonna easily beat the Heroes. I think the Heroes are kind of out of gas after the last series, and I don't think they're a match for the Lions. But okay, so Landers at Giants. I'm obviously leaning the Giants because Landers are second to last team. They got killed by the Tigers. But I don't know if I like the Giants enough to make this a play of the day. Or oh my God, the Eagles. We have a dilemma. Let me take a look at what the best. What does my motto say? The motto says Lions is the best pick for Tuesday, but I'm not gonna take the money line. See starting. All right, we're gonna have to take a look at this. I think our 2 candidates for the play of the day is the Kia Tigers. Again, at one. I mean, they're at home. and the Eagles, but the Eagles could upset, but like if we're gonna take this, even though the Giants are pretty decent, we are actually gonna fade. So we're gonna if we play this, we're not really betting on the Giants. We're fading the Landers and two shitty teams. Even though the Giants showed some life, but I think this is an aberration here. Yes, they beat the Lions on Sunday, but I think it was a fluke because before then they were like they lost 0-5, 1-4, 2-5 to the Tigers, but the Landers are pretty shitty. So do we fade the Landers or do we bet on the Tigers again? So, I mean, let's take a look at. I mean, Eagles were leading 8-1 against the Heroes, the worst team in the league, and they lost, and they ended up tying, and taking it all the way to the 11th inning and couldn't beat the Heroes. I think it's a tough decision here. Let's take a look at the starting pitchers. Maybe that can help us. I think, honestly, I'm kind of leaning because do I really want to fade the Giants and bet on a game with two shitty teams? I don't know. So let's take a look at the starting pitchers for the Kia Tigers and the Eagles. So, all right. I think this video is kind of getting a little long in the tooth, but it can't be helped. These are pretty decent games today for Tuesday. So the Eagles starting pitcher is, wow, looks like he has not faced the Tigers. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing because if the Tigers lineup hasn't faced this guy before, he might surprise them, but I don't know. Looks like the Eagles pitcher ERA for the season against the league is 4.69. And the pitcher for the Tigers, his ERA is 1.0 against the Eagles. I mean, 1.0. So, wow. And his 2-0 win-loss record going against an unknown that might give the Tigers starting lineup hitters a hard time. I mean, do we go what's known or do we lean toward the unknown? I'm leaning that the starting pitcher for the Tigers can get the job done. I mean, his overall ERA against the league for the season is 4.37, but his win-loss record is 6-3. And even though this guy's is unknown, his win-loss record is 2-4, so that's sub 500. So that's not a winning record. I think, okay, before we make the call, let's take a look at the Landers. Even though I don't think I really need to. Like I said, if we take this game, we're not really betting on the Giants. We're fading. We would be fading the Landers. I mean, is it when that's yeah? So, oh my God, 13.50 versus. That's terrible. So, yeah, I think this just made my decision easy. We can't fade the Landers as bad as they are with this guy. 13.50. I mean, okay, so and he's not that much. like 1-7 win-loss record. I mean, even though against the Giants he's 2-3. So like looking at this, like I would lean Landers, but I would not bet on the Landers because they're such a shitty team. So we're just gonna pass on this game. I mean, I would avoid this if like this is like a big red stop sign right here. Like, so I hate to do this, but I think the play of the day. I actually, be honest with you, like I kind of like KT Wiz money line at a plus 125. I mean, if any team is gonna upset Tuesday, I think KT Wiz could upset the Bears. I don't think the Heroes have a chance of beating the Lions. I mean, I could be wrong, obviously, but I just don't see it. I mean, tomorrow morning, if they upset the Lions, I'm gonna have egg in my face. But I think the Lions should win easily. So this is not. I think the only game that could be an upset is the. Actually, no. Maybe the Dinos and the Wiz. So this game, I think I'm gonna lean the Dinos. We'll go right there. Like, but I mean, if I was gonna take a dog, I'd probably go with KT Wiz, especially at home. You know, let's see, KT Wiz. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's so close. Like, you know what? I think I might make a separate video and then do something else with KT Wiz because I don't feel comfortable taking them as the play of the day. But Tigers, Eagles. I mean, KT Wiz. This is taking way too long. Bears. I mean, my gut tells me to take the KT Wiz money line, taking them as a dog, but my head tells me to take Tigers minus 130 against the Eagles. All right, you know what? The play of the day is Tigers minus 130. If you don't want to take the Tigers and want to gamble a little bit, and I think it's a pretty good gamble, you could also take KT Wiz plus 125. Or how, if you want to play it safe, KT Wiz plus 1.5. But if you're going to play KT Wiz, I would take the plus 125, to be honest with you. But for me, the play of the day is going to be the Tigers again, I guess. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Later.